Hello everyone and welcome to Your International Experience. My name is Amanda. If you're looking to study abroad and you're still contemplating what country to move to, then this is the video for you. But before we go ahead and start the video, please click on the subscribe button below to stay up to date with the beautiful content that I'll be bringing to you on this platform. Now, without further ado, let's get right into the video. So today I'll be discussing 5 things you should consider when deciding whether to move to the US, to Canada, or the UK. Now, let me make something clear to you. These are all great countries to move to, with great schools and a plethora of opportunities. However, as a prospective international student, it is important that you're well informed before finally deciding what country to move to. So the first thing you want to consider is the cost of education. I'm sure we all want to be able to get a good education without having to break a bank for it, right? So with the US, the average tuition a year for an international student is about 26,000 US dollars. So we're looking at about 104,000 US dollars for a 4-year degree program. With the UK, the average tuition a year for an international student is about 25,000 US dollars, and with Canada, it's about 21,000 US dollars. So overall, Canada is the cheapest of the 3 countries. The second thing that you want to look at is your ability to work after graduation. I'm sure that after working so hard to get that degree, we want to be able to get some experience, some work experience in our field, right? So with the US, if you graduate with a non-STEM degree, you only get about a year of work permit in the country. On the other hand, if you graduate with a STEM degree, you get up to 3 years of work permit, right? That really sucks because I also graduated with a non-STEM degree, to be specific, accounting, and I can only work for a year in the country. So with the UK, you actually don't get anything. That really sucks. The only time that you get a work permit is if you're fortunate to get hired by a company that's willing to sponsor your work visa. But I hear that's really hard actually. With Canada, if you graduate with at least a 2-year diploma, you get up to 3 years of work permit, which I think is really cool. The third thing you want to consider is your possibilities of becoming a permanent resident in that country. So the US, there are barely any options for an international student to become a permanent resident in that country, which really sucks because I, for one, actually lived in the US for 6 good years. I went to school for 5 years and got my bachelor's and my master's and worked for a year after that, but I still wasn't able to get permanent residence in that country, which is why I actually moved to Canada. With the UK, it's a similar story. There are barely any opportunities for international students to become permanent residents. However, with Canada, there are actually several paths that you can take to become a permanent resident in the country, which is going to be a topic of discussion for one of my upcoming videos. So stay tuned for that. You don't want to miss out on it. So moving on, the fourth thing that you want to consider is the healthcare. I know that a lot of people don't think this is important because we don't want to believe that we can easily fall sick, but you never know when that sickness is going to hit you. So you want to stay prepared, obviously. So the US, oh my gosh, if you have not yet heard, healthcare in the US is crazy. It's ridiculously expensive. Even after having a health insurance, you still get to pay a lot of money for your medical bills. With Canada and the UK, on the other hand, healthcare is pretty much free if you have health insurance. So it's the healthcare system in these 2 countries are really good. So the fifth thing that you want to consider is your ability to work part-time while going to school as a student. I know that you may think this is not important, but I personally want to be able to make some extra buck on the side while going to school, and I'm sure you want to do that too. So the US, you can work part-time up to 20 hours on campus while going to school during the semester. However, on holidays, you can actually work full-time, but still you have to work on campus. With Canada and the UK, on the other hand, you're able to work both on campus and off campus, well, up to 20 hours during school time, and full-time during the holidays, which I think is really cool because you can start getting some work experience if you're fortunate before graduating from your program. So we have finally come to the end of this video. Thank you so much for taking time to watch it. I hope that you did learn a thing or two from it. And I hope that you now have more information to better help you decide on whether to move to the US, to Canada, or the UK for your study abroad. The ball is now in your court. I've done my part, so now it's up to you to make that decision. However, if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to drop them in the comment section below. And if you've not done that already, click on the subscribe button, please, because you do not want to miss out on all the beautiful content that I'll be bringing to you to help facilitate your international experience. Thank you and stay tuned.